For number 17, we're asked to find the point on the graph where the tangent line is horizontal. If the tangent line is horizontal, that means that the slope of that line is 0. And we know that if we want to find the slope, we need to take the derivative. So we're going to find the derivative of 5x divided by x squared plus 1 using the quotient rule. So that's the denominator times the derivative of the numerator minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator, which would be 2x, all over the denominator squared. Okay, we're going to set this equal to 0, so let's clean this up a little bit before we do that. Let's distribute it in the 5, so that would be 5x squared plus 5. And we'll multiply these two factors together. That gives negative 10x squared all over that denominator squared. And let's go one more time. 5x squared minus 10x squared is minus 5x squared plus 5 all over that denominator squared. So here's our derivative. Remember that the derivative takes in the x value of the point and then spits out the slope. So when we talk about the derivative, the input is the x value of the point, and then the output is the slope of the tangent line at that point. So we want to set the slope equal to 0. So that means that I'm going to take the derivative and we're going to set that equal to 0. So we want to know what x value would cause the output to equal 0. We're going to think about 0 as a fraction, 0 over 1, and then we're going to solve this equation by cross multiplying. So 0 times the denominator would be 0. This times 1, of course, would just be negative 5x squared plus 5. Now we're going to solve for x. We're looking for the point on the graph. We don't know the point, so that's what we're looking for. So we're going to solve this equation. I'm going to bring the 5x squared to the other side. When we change sides, it changes signs. I'm going to divide both sides by 5. So I get x squared equals 1. And then we're going to take the square root of both sides. And when we do that, we want to include the plus and minus. So we get two solutions, x equals 1 and x equals negative 1. So there's 2 points on the graph that have a horizontal tangent line. One of them is x equals 1. And remember that these are points on the graph of f. And that's what we're looking for, the point on the graph. So if I want to find the y value of this point, then I need to plug it back into the original function. So f of 1 is equal to 5 times 1 divided by 1 squared plus 1. And that gives 5 over 2, so that's 5 halves. So there's one of our solutions. And then we're going to put in negative 1 into the function as well. 5 times minus 1 divided by negative 1 squared plus 1. That gives negative 5 over 2. So negative 5 halves is the y value for the x value of negative 1. So there's 2 points here on the graph that if I was to look at their tangent lines, both of those tangent lines would be horizontal.